All right, people, here we go. Another episode of Off the Grid. You know it, daily life. As always, this is the exit ramp. No script, no folly, no polished chapters. These are raw, live transmission from the space between. We're going off the grid to deal with the adrenaline debt and architecture of the rebuild in real time. The rent is due every day. Let's pay it. Look, I want to talk to you about a lie. You know, not a big lie, not a life-altering lie, a small lie. The one you've said at least twice this week. I'm on my way. You're not on your way. You're still at the house, or you're looking for your keys, or you're deciding whether you need a jacket or a hat or an umbrella. Should I pack my lunch? Should I need to take out the trash? Well, hey, the point is, you haven't left yet, right? But you said, on my way. And here's the part I really want to name. The person that you said that to believed you because they said it too. We all have. But there's a silent social agreement across the entire civilization that on my way does not literally mean on my way. And that's not nothing. I mean, actually, it's remarkable that we all decided together without ever having a meeting about it that on our way would be socially acceptable to say. So let me break it down, because there's actually several distinct categories, and I think we should know which one we're in, or which ones we're in. There is the optimistic almost there. 5 minutes. You genuinely believe this when you say it. You haven't accounted for the traffic, the parking, the fact that, can't find my wallet, phone call I'm about to take. The optimistic almost there is not really a lie. It's a projection. It's the who you intend to be. Then there's the aspirational almost there. I'm headed out now. You're not headed out now. You're going to head out as soon as you get finished with this one thing or the one other thing or that thing. But you created a character, a version of yourself who is already in motion. You're about to become that character, approximately 5 or 6 minutes. One more phone call. And there's the strategic almost there. This is the one you know is a lie when you say it. The event started 7 minutes ago. You're 20 minutes out and you're almost there. That is not an update, it's a negotiation. You are buying goodwill. You're managing the temperature of the room before you walk in it. I'm not judging any of these. I've used all three multiple times, sometimes in the same day. And here's what I actually want to name about this, because I think there's something bigger in it. We do this because time is slippery and social commitments are rigid. And the gap between those things creates a minor anxiety that we all collectively agreed to smooth over with social fictions. It works. It mostly works. Relationships function, people arrive, events happen. The world does not fall apart because you said 5 minutes and it was 12. But there is a version of the almost lie that is not about time. It's a version you tell yourself. The business plan that's almost ready. The conversation you're about to have. The thing you've been meaning to do, the thing you've been meaning to do that you're definitely going to get to. That version of you that's perpetually 5 minutes from starting. That's the one worth noticing. Because the almost there for people is a social lubricant. It's harmless. It's universal. But the almost there for people is a social, the one that you tell yourself, the one that costs you. It's every day it stays almost there is a day it isn't here. And then the flip. We do this before we close because I don't want to end on a heavy note. We started light. There's something genuinely good about the almost there line. It's a commitment device. The moment you say, I'm on my way, even when you're not, you've made a social contract. You have announced an intention to the universe and to the other person. And because you said it, you now have to make it true. You have to move. In other words, the lie makes it real. The declaration precedes the action. You say it and then you go. That's actually not a bad architecture for the rebuild, right? Sometimes you have to say the thing before you're ready. Sometimes you announce the move before you can see the whole path, and then you have to make it true. I'm on my way. Might be the most optimistic sentence in the English language, or any language. This is the kind of episode I want to do more of. The small daily mechanics, the stuff we all live inside and nobody names out loud. If you've got one, a behavior, a pattern, an unwritten rule of the day that everyday life follows, but nobody talks about, hit me up with that thing. Echoes Founder Project at Gmail. Subject line, off the grid. Because the interesting stuff is not always the big dramatic architecture. Sometimes it's a small daily lie that's also, when you look at it the right way, a kind of faith. You're almost there. Also, in memory of those we care about, forevermiss.com. By the way, if you need to take a break and you feel like you're hitting a wall, don't ignore it. 988, available 24 hours a day, every day of the week. 1-866-903-3787, National Grief Support Line. Listen, the rent is due every day. Something to think about. The everyday stuff. And as always, until next time, stay off the grid.